Best SCA pub in SCA. Thank you for the clarification. Where is it again?
In NA, North America,
That's right.
specifically,
Cool.
Chicago.
In SCA.
Yeah.
Chicago,
But in SCA.
the capital of Vietnam.
But in SCA.
Yeah, my favorite Vietnamese city, Chicago.
Yes.
I get the banh mi's in Chicago.
You probably could find banh mi in Chicago.
Yeah, probably really tasty.
Yeah,
as
they're
well.
probably more fusion, but depends. I think there's a little Vietnam in Chicago.
Probably. Yeah. Very tasty food, by the way. That's one thing that 496 always can do. You know, even if they lose this game, they go back home, they eat a bunch of Vietnamese food. It's delicious cuisine, dude.
Well,
they win there.
That's true. That is definitely a moral victory.
Yeah, exactly. Now they need a 5, by the way. Most likely going to pick that after the Mirana, Mars. Do you think we could see the Bane this game and combine it with the Mirana?
Yeah. It's funny. We don't really see Mirana with too many like hardcore combos anymore.
No.
I think just because the
no more
heroes
Shadow Demon, no more Bane.
Sometimes Kunkka, right? But I think that's more to do with Kunkka being popular rather than you're picking it for the combo. It is a good combo, right? X Mark or even Torrent into Arrow is really strong. I just think Mirana's just good enough to have on your own, right? She just walks through. She's good for quote-unquote free smokes, right? Every so often with the Moonlight Shadow, maybe against a bad team that might not buy detection, but mostly just for ruining the jungle. You walk through, you arrow all the big creeps, she farms, she gets a fast Eul Scepter. Who doesn't want that, especially against a Bloodseeker, against Avenge? It's a real good item.
I like that as a potential 5. Could also be a 2, by the way, but you know we're gonna keep him as a 5 for now to see. And works really well with Mars. The combo of Snapfire Mars is as old as Snapfire, really. Very, very powerful because you have 2 kinds of combos, right? The very obvious Arena, Blood, throw globs inside.
Didn't they come out together?
No.
Mars and
it was
Snap?
Snap came with Void Spirit. Mars was before.
That's right, yeah.
So you have the obvious combo of course, the Arena Blood, but that becomes a bit weaker towards the late game because people have BKBs and they can just avoid you. But then you have a secondary combo really useful at killing single targets, which is just spear someone to a tree and throw 15 globs against them, right? And actually have a really good pairing in general. And your lane is nice too if you want to put them together.
Yep, there's going to be the Gobble Up combo as well, so you can indeed eat and yeet a target whom Lifestealer has infested. I did use whom there for you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
So that you can effectively lob 2 enemies. It doesn't apply double the stun or anything like that. And in fact, if Lifestealer... No, the X no longer does that. I forgot.
No.
Lifestealer you could use to eat people.
Army Geniuses, they drop the facade. We're not going to play as Bloodseeker as anything but carry, so they pick their offlaner immediately. A good hero against Lifestealer. I'd say Lifestealer is decent against the Bloodseeker. He can hold his own. Rupture can be a real big deal, though, because obviously it goes to Rage, and he doesn't care about it, but you can always infest to avoid it. So the Bloodseeker versus Lifestealer is very much a cooldown-dependent kind of situation. It's very similar to when you play like Lina versus PA, for example. Whoever gets the jump always gets the huge advantage.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all about getting the jump in this one. You're exactly right. I mean, because both teams have really good initiation and really, really good follow-up, right? Like, you get stunned by a cookie more likely, or even an arena, not an arena, a bash into spear, right? And then there's going to be a cookie coming for you. There's a 5-second arrow, and then Lifestealer is going to pop out of someone and eat you. On the other end, though, Slaughter in with a bash, or even Earth Spirit in with a rolling boulder. Follow that up either with a bash or a Bash of the Deep or with a Crush, and then with the Vengeful Spirit as well. So it's the same thing for both these teams. Whoever can initiate better, whoever proposes, as you like to say.
Yeah, Army Geniuses have a slightly faster lineup just due to the virtue of Bloodseeker being a really good laner. Like, Lifestealer sustains himself in lane. He's fine.
They have really good lanes here for AG.
But Bloodseeker is looking to, like, bash you in lane, right? He actually runs at you and kills you. Against a Mars is more difficult, but still viable.
That's something that is kind of concerning, though, to me here about this 496 draft, is that right now you've been countered kind of right in the lane with Slaughter. It's not many not many melee matchups he loses, and certainly Lifestealer is no exception there. You don't have an amazing part. The Snapfire is really darn good, but Lifestealer is not really someone who generally crushes a lane, right?
He just keeps himself alive.
He farms, and then he gets an item, and then he kills you later, whereas the Slaughter kills you now.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's something that's a little bit scary here for 496.
Interesting. I think it's going to be Earth Spirit mid, I'm going to say. Okay. I mean, it could be. They have run Earth Spirit mid with Bloodseeker particularly before, so wouldn't be too surprising. However, picking up a mid like Earth Spirit this early leads to 496 being able to hard counter you. So we'll see if Army Geniuses wants to take the risk, right? If you want to go for, again, consistent mid laners, another really good mid laner this game. I mean, I still love the Kunkka, because Kunkka's so good against this teamfight ultimates, because Ghost Ship delays the damage, even if he's not the greatest against Lifestealer. No, for a Lina. Okay, so they keep it open. Last time they did actually play Earth Spirit mid, and LYM played the Lina with a very similar draft to this one. But you know, you never know. You never know. You could run. I like this very much because with this flex pick, then they can't completely counter your Earth Spirit without putting them at the danger of being countered by the Lina. So Very smart by Army Geniuses. Let's see how 4-6 responds to this.
Oh, we don't even have to wait. With
No,
the
I said
Lesh?
let's see how they respond to this because they were waiting for me to say that.
And then I said, oh, is that our cue? Okay, now we can
Now
pick
you
it.
can pick him. Yeah.
All right. So very confusing. Lesh and Nerd Spirit have the same sound effect. There's my trivia. There we go.
Boulder Smash and Split Earth. Not to be confused with Earth Splitter.
Not to be confused with Earth Splitter. Very different ability. Very, very different.
Yeah. If split is a verb, it's Leshrac. That's how you know. So Army Geniuses, they are going to be running the Earth Spirit versus the Leshrac mid, which, not gonna lie, I'm not really certain of this matchup because I haven't seen Earth Spirit mid as much, and Leshrac is even less. So Lina definitely has an okay matchup against Lesh because she just keeps her distance and is fine. I think Earth Spirit might struggle a bit more, but it's not like Lesh completely dominates any lane. Unless you go for the Lightning Storm Split Earth build, in which case, yes, it becomes a bit more difficult for Earth Spirit to get farm. Regardless, as opposed to the last matchup we saw, the Earth Spirit will be able to just play super high tempo, and Leshrac can usually not match your tempo, and as he's looking to get more towers and participate in more team fights. 4-6 is a very cohesive draft, very good 5-on-5 engagement, an incredible mid-game, but I'm sorry. But Army Geniuses, as per usual, they're trying to run a fast lineup with a lot of pick-off potential, decent save, and a strong snowballing carry.
Yeah, we're going to have to see how this one works out for them as we get underway with game number 2 between 496 and AG. 496 do have the one-game advantage, however. So it's going to be, and the faster draft. AG, though, with a bit of a faster draft. So we'll see who gets proposed to first and whether or not they're going to accept the proposal as we get underway with our final game of the day here for the Monster Energy Summit 13. And thanks to Monster Energy for their support here and their support of Dota 2 esports throughout the years. Again, AG, as they like to do, going for the 5-man play out of the fountain. Not using the smoke yet, but there they go. Everyone taking their place in line, and the smoke will be used. Wilmy leading this charge. I think they literally just have the follow command on, as there they go. They'll finally split up here a little bit. But again, I think plenty of teams they've wisened up to this. 496, we do have Bombi standing.
Every game.
Yeah,
every
game.
single game you do this, man. Eventually, people.
Smokes will break. There they go. They're going to get the vision. Bobby's like, oh no, guys, oh no. He actually accidentally does a 360 before just trying to run away. Has to wait for the boulder smash. The LSA as well will misconnect as the arrow will find the likes of the Vengeful Spirits. I'm not sure, Bombi. I don't know if you want to be, doing that too much, as we do have now many of you as Wilmy just walking past Jokum. Pardon me, miss, as Bombi will be killed there by DB. And this is the start AG loves to go for here on the safe lane Bloodseeker. Always getting first blood, and then from there it's just it continues.
I like that they gave the first blood to DB. And also just want to mention, for those of you that kind of are not aware, Jokum, the joke they were making right is because this guy is actually Indonesian. He's not officially part of 496. He's currently on loan from T1, which is his last team that he was playing in. He was playing internationally for a while, and it seems like he might have coached or might have helped AG in the past. It was a fully Indonesian team, so I like to see always some of that. The chemistry between the players. Always fun to see that they're having fun themselves.
Have fun. No good luck? Hold on. Sorry, we're trying to kill you already. Please wait. And then they say good luck right after. But it's going to be the two heroes with the exact same sound effects here in the mid lane. It's going for the Lightning Storm build, which you tend to see more often. Lightning Storm should be Lightning Storm Split Earth. That's not a Split Earth. That is the Boulder Smash that we're hearing out from Among Daya, which of course is going to be maxed first. Among Daya has accidentally let a creep here onto the tower, however, so he's going to miss out on that last hit. A small mistake.
That'd be, I mean, honestly, I was thinking maybe you could get a bit of an upper hand because you have the Mars versus Bloodseeker, and look at this. Dabibi even thinks that because he went for the Overvenom, which clearly shows that he thinks he can trade against Bloodseeker, but that Bloodlight's too strong, dude. I honestly don't know if there's a hero that can bleed this guy in the lane. We'll see. We'll see this combo of Mirana Mars is enough.
Yep. Just having to close something there. DB eating a little short arrow as he's going to be blocking the range creep. He's going to be forcing the Mars to last in on your tower. As the courier will die. DB is focusing on CS, and instead they're not going to try and convert that into a kill.
We need a PSA for pros. Stop killing your couriers. Like, you just gave everyone half a last hit for no reason, right? And you also lost your courier there. I mean, I know it's slow. Like, I know right now the courier in the beginning is incredibly slow, but still, you don't need to play that aggressively with it. I see so many pros just completely foregoing their courier's life, and couriers they're things. They exist, They also feel suffering.
The little courier, ever loyal couriers, just ever so loyal, aren't they? And now everyone's got their own courier. The good old days when supports had to buy a courier and upgrade a courier. Mamangdaya mid lane versus the Lesh. Lightning Storm. We need a little bit more. He uphill misses once, which is going to force Mamangdaya then to pop the... force him to pop his healing salve. But healing salve on healing salve. Wow, Mamangdaya doesn't want to miss out on any CS, though, as he's going to actually get that canceled preemptively.
Not for you.
Well, for now, the mid lane is going slightly less favored, which is expected. I think Urspit mostly always loses, like half loses his lane, right? And then just kind of recovers in the mid game. But this time I think it's better because Lesh doesn't have the impact of Void Spirit can, right? Or an Ember, for example. I think, or a Storm even. I think Lesh is much more objective oriented, and getting kills with him is a bit more difficult unless your team sets up for it. So it's okay. I can see justification for Urspit this game. Also, they have so many combos with Rupture. They always do this, right? When they run Bloodseeker carry. Always combos with Rupture. Any kind of forced movement, pick it.
Yeah, I would still like to see the Tusk, because Jokam, Creep are going to be protecting DB from an arrow, so it's going to be a little bit harder for him to get stunned following the Spear of Mars. But yeah, they're 496 doing quite well as mid lane. Mamangdaya, he's going to be taking a fair bit of damage, but has the Rolling Boulder away to safety. Battle empty, however, means he's going to have to walk home. Unfortunately, both Earth Spirit mids we've seen today have not really been working out too well. We'll see. There's still time. There's still time for him to recover. The cookie stun at the bottom. LYM. Nice job interrupting. They will get an LSA off as a result. Nice Drew is going to be popping the Rage next and early, as it's really not really too fast that Lina could go after the open wounds. Oh no, the creep though. Blocking Drew is going to allow another stun to come on through. Bombi though. Oh, unlucky. That creep is MVP.
Creep is a hero.
Yeah.
Hero. He's just been upgraded. Top lane though, DB could be in trouble. Killed? Yes. They actually is Jokam who gets the kill with the auto attack as opposed to the Spear of Mars.
Jokam's like silly little Mars. It doesn't matter how big it is. It matters how you use it. As, even the big arrow will not kill him first.
So I'm trying to kind of reserve my judgment on the mid lane for the Earth Spirit because I do find that this game, it seems more logical. We have seen very little success with this hero until now, at least today, sorry. But we have seen RB Geniuses likewise do really well with this hero as well, together with Bloodseeker. So, you know, maybe it just works out for them. And Wommi is still doing really well in this lane. Drew, really smart point early in Rage as opposed to maxing Feast as you usually do. You know, 1-1-1 build,
Arrow,
less common,
thought
but
mid
great against Lina.
lane. Earth Spirit might be dead. No, it gets kicked away. Yes. By the way, you didn't hear you heard Split Earth twice there, or you heard Boulder Smash twice. It depends.
Or I just heard Boulder Smash and Split Earth. I saw him with my own eyes because I'm not, you know, blind.
I don't know.
LYM, there we go. Infused Raindrop saving Bombi from a bit of damage, but Lina just is so difficult to get away from this Lina. You cannot trade with her effectively in the lane. Less common floor, but still a very powerful one, at least for the first 10 minutes of the game.
Yep. I really like the decision. Like you said, mostly maxing Feast because that actually allows you to heal 2% every single time you lane or you hit the Slaughter, who actually has 2 bracers, so you still plenty of HP every single time. But still, Slaughter's going to come out on top just because he has a little bit more damage to actually deal. Mamangdaya is going to get a TP out here as we have the Pulse Nova now. The Disco Pony perhaps overcommitting here as the Magic Missile will connect. Mamangdaya getting chewed alive through as there's going to be a little bit more healing. The Thirst movement speed being granted. Looking for the kill here, however. We're going to have another Boulder Smash in 3 seconds, but will he even live that long? The answer is no. A second Magic Missile will do the trick. The Jokam with a beautiful arrow here should allow at least for the revenge kill onto the Vengeful Spirit herself.
Well, that's another kill again, this time against the Earth Spirit with extra experience going the way of Flashback. Yes, even if you get the counter kill, it's not kind of worth it because Earth Spirit did not participate, and now he is, I think, more than a full level behind. Not looking good for them. Let's see how much weight this Bloodseeker can carry on his back, right? Because right now it's looking a bit bad, and yeah, even if the tempo favors Earth Spirit, Flashback with 1 level difference can do so much more. I don't think Mamangdaya also has any good lane to gank, to be honest. Both Mars and Lifestealer are pretty terrible targets to gank as an Earth Spirit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not going to be too fun.
Maybe with Rupture, but Bloodseeker's a bit far behind. In terms
of he needs experience. That's something I was going to commend 496 for doing, actually. They've really withstood this top lane. I mean, Mars, I think, is a good hero to do it on, personally, because he's just a tanky hero in general. I think we've seen other matchups fail. but Drew continuing to just, again, he can afford to do this every now and then, but this fourth hit is going to hurt. You see, he wisely backs up before the fourth hit. He could be dead here. Now has the rage, but again, needs to back off. Cannot be fed a cookie when he's mad. He goes, no, I don't want a cookie.
Oh, nice arrow up top of DB. Might actually get the kill here. He's tanking a fair amount. God's Rebuke, DB. And they need to hit someone, so he's a bit faster.
Yeah,
This guy,
four
Bloodseeker,
charges.
dude. I mean, how is an agility hero getting 2.7 strength per level? It's absurd. He's so tanky. Okay. Well, I mean, not tanky enough that you should just be, facing those spears. Or headbutting those spears, rather.
He's just going to eat them. Another arrow? Ooh, I thought.
Nah, he thought of eating it, but was like, nah, this one doesn't look too tasty.
No.
I'll wait for the next one.
Rotation from top lane here. Rotation to top lane, I should say, rather. Out from among Daya. Uncle Daya is what people are telling me that means. Jokum?
Yes.
You think he's...
Apparently.
Oh, no, actually. They're going to go instead for a much harder target here onto the Mars, as they will commit the Magnetize. He is most likely dead. Arrow to try and buy him some time, but nice job there, extending the Magnetize in case they needed that kill in the fountain. Oh, no, but Hung, he's going to be stealing stacks as well.
Genuine question on play straight. Isn't it that when you drop the Star Diamond, you always get, on top of extending, you always get a tick as well of damage?
It depends, but yeah, generally, yes.
So I think that's why you did it, right? To just amplify his DPS towards the end.
I mean, but yeah, because it refreshes, right? So
that's
yeah.
what I mean. So you get a fresh tick right as you hit.
Radiant's
Yep.
middle tower
Yeah,
is
well
under
played by the
attack.
long guy.
But it doesn't do
Radiant
it's split into
structures
like
are
it's not 40 damage every second. It's split
No,
into
of
like
course.
once every 4. So you're best off doing it immediately after, of course. So it's not like he did an extra 40 damage there. He just refreshed it. Maybe did an extra 10 damage. I think it damages
Yeah, but
once
it's extra
every.
DPS nonetheless. I agree with you. I see that. Like it's like Shackles, where it's like a bunch of small ticks of damage as opposed to one
actually-
big tick every second.
Final answer, because it's the same as Earn, which is why Earth Spirit's not that good against TA, because it only damages twice a second. So it's pretty good.
right.
It's an extra 20 damage, which of course is reduced by 5, but still, you take that 15 damage early on. That's
You're trying to
meaningful.
rush him down, right?
That's
'Cause you have
meaningful.
no stuns.
But this
DB is going for the same build as always, by the way, for the drums, which has been working out for him. I honestly, even after seeing him a lot, I do question the effectivity of the drums over Veil or Discord as transitional items. It does seem like in many cases Veil would do more, but he's confident in the drums. It gives him some nice stats, and it makes you hit a bit harder, which you kind of need as a Bloodseeker. They figure out the sentry is there. Malang Daya immediately runs out. He's like, all right, I was invisible, but clearly they could see me.
They are rotating people top
What is
lane,
Hong
though.
Kong doing? Boulder smash? Yeah, look at that. Easy kill. As he gets out of the arena, can't do much. They'll kill the Vengeful Spirit, but in exchange for Hung. Pretty good trade as far as AG is concerned. Chasing after Jokam. Difficult to get, especially if Dabby B has a spear and they're ready in 5 seconds. So DB will just back out.
Wow, sorry, Drew there got down to I think
Bottom
like
lane.
30 HP, but immediately knew he had not only an ally there, but also the infest at the ready. I thought he was gonna just die, but he must have been doing the mental math there quite effectively.
Radiant's
Drew,
middle
what a
tower is
madman!
under attack.
That was insane. And look at this, they're actually looking to. They were looking to punish Drew, but he's long gone now. They'll only find Bombi.
Well played here. Little extra counter kill, but since what I like about them is that they're putting pressure at 2 complete different sides of the map, right? So you're forcing constant rotations, taking advantage of your better early game. Nice evasion and light strike array. And allowing the Bloodseeker to have some space, because now honestly, 496 needs to consider, do I rotate down bottom and try to save this tier 1, or do I just go Lifestealer top and try to fight the Bloodseeker head on? Because it's kind of difficult to do this. And there's something RMGS has done a lot. We always talk about how once the laning phase breaks, the carry will go up to the off lane or down.
The arrow onto Uncle Daya, that was crazy. They knew
No,
that
Uncle!
he was going for the he was going there for the rune. He might tick down there after that auto attack.
Nice.
No, he's close.
Even bottled in between the ticks, very smart. So yeah, when RMGS breaks their laning phase, they actually break it much later than most teams, and they keep the Bloodseeker always in the top lane or the safe lane. So if the carry wants to rotate there, they'll have to fight a Bloodseeker who's a really good laner. So they play him as a pseudo offlaner here, which is very effective for AG, as they actually increase the space of the map just by virtue of Bloodseeker's phase, lane phase.
Yeah.
So well played. I
mean,
like this little strategy.
That's something you really like against the hero, though, isn't it? Or like about the heroes, the fact that he can kind of just play like
so
this
good
forever,
for him.
right? He doesn't really mind if the laning stage keeps on going because he's got a lot of sustain as they will finally get a kill down bottom lane onto Drew. Catching the end of that one, looks like it was going to be no swap necessary, simply just a bash of the deep, followed by the rolling boulder. And then again, I mean, this boulder smash is so much damage early on, 300 damage basically for free. That's not a very hard skill to land. The counter rotations now from 496 UK They're going to have to settle for this. Womi looking like he's going to go for a core. That's going to be the phase boots, actually, at the very least. But a nice arena of blood here, continuing to stun up the Earth Spirit. His E will go down, but Hung will follow suit here. Kiss is now raining down, but canceled instantly. They only get 2 or 3 globs out, indeed. That's now the Potom able to finish off the Lina. But DB running around the fights here, having a great old time. They even have the Mind off of him. Drew alive, but will get bashed up. Does not get silenced, luckily. But Jokum, there's just so much movement speed here on DB as Womi with the phase boots, not even blocking him out, rather the Guardian. Turning now onto Drew. He needs to find something to invest, but they're going to hit another bash onto him. Will eventually jump into the creep at the very least, as he's the last remaining member here for the side of 496.
Alright, in case people don't know, by the way, when you actually go into the creep, Lifestealer essentially disappears from the map and you stop getting the first bonus, which is why
Yep.
you see stop going as fast. And then once he appears again, you get the first bonus hit again. Hung, go, on to counter initiate, onto DB.
Oh.
Nice evasion of Split Earth, but the magic missile, it's maxed as well, so careful. DB staying his blood right, you're gonna silence the Leshrac, the swap to get a bit more space,
swap.
and UK is happy to sacrifice himself for his carry, but apparently he's gonna survive. You know, sometimes good deeds, they do get rewarded. You swap yourself for your carry, you sacrifice yourself for him, and you still manage to live on.
Yeah, I was actually kind of surprised, to be honest, that that ended up working. But I'm even more surprised that they just kept on fighting. Everyone TP'd back bot lane after they had died. They're like, yeah, we'll fight again. Round 2 here. I didn't hear no bell. Either way, though, Drew unfortunately takes a death there. That's going to delay his... Actually, it was not the phase boots, I believe. It was actually going to be for his armlet. So his armlet is only a little bit delayed here as a result of his courier dying. I think that was his courier anyway.
Yeah, it is. Oh, no, never mind. No, it's coming. It's coming. There we go.
Well, his courier died when he first died a long time
right,
ago,
right,
so
right.
it respawned by then.
Okay. Yeah, he has an armlet at an okay timing regardless. But he's still behind net worth, right? Despite this armlet being late. It's not like armlet is the farming item that you require.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks against a Bloodseeker. I do question a Bloodseeker's an itemized because the usual build of going full, Maelstrom or MKB is not as useful in this life particularly. So we'll see if he goes for an early basher. He seems to be going for a super early BKB, sorry, which is quite nice actually. Well, me. Let's see. Bombi, Slithering Crush. You can't cookie yourself. She just wants to eat the cookie, but oh, did she force the creep? She force feeds the creep, and because of that, she dies. It's like a Hansel and Gretel story. As Hung also in the top lane, going into the enemy jungle and punished for it pretty hard. Mamang Daya already got his blade mail out, and yeah, he's behind the Lesha, but he managed to kill him and still be more useful than him as of now.
Yep. Big magic missile there to set up for the rolling boulder. Dota Plus thought that the magic missile perma-stunned him, but that is not the case. Just a simple stun there. And again, Lesh is kind of made a paper here. He's really fast. As Lina might be dead. No, they're going to try and turn. Laguna Blade, fight for your carry, says DB. I command you to use the Laguna Blade. Mamang Daya catches the arrow, but that's going to allow DB to get the kill. DB really likes playing the Bloodseeker. It's definitely his kind of hero. He likes to run around people, hit them, run around them again, hit them again, you know.
He enjoys it so much. You can tell he's having fun. There he even took a moment's pause to like laugh at Joke. I was like, you're dead. You know that, right?
You only get damaged by Rupture, rather, if you move, right? Not if you turn.
Oh, turning doesn't give you damage. It's based on the distance, actually.
They're going to catch DB.
Nah, he's fine. Well, I don't know, man. Because people are starting to heal. DB's losing movement speed. He's going to go down to Leshrac. Look at it. Disco goes a bit too fast with the boots of travel and even a windlace to boot.
Mamang
Daya now found.
What?
They use an arena of blood. Mamang Daya, what are you going to do? Nothing. Apparently just sit there and die.
That was a really hopeful kill there. They did manage to get some thirst movement speed as they catch. Again, they just keep walking up this staircase and dying plenty of times. They will at least plant a ward this time, but I'd be surprised if that one lasts longer than a few minutes. Uh-oh, having a little bit of lag. UK. No, that was just the taunt. Okay.
Yeah, so in the end, 4 and 6 has actually at least managed to stave off the early bout of aggression, right? The early peak for Bloodseeker. We'll see how they do once Bloodseeker gets his BKB, which is probably his first point of inflection. But they've managed to stabilize somewhat. Lifestealer is quite farmed. Leshrac is the most farmed. And now when this hits the mid game, it's when 496 starts to actually hit the stride. And they're going to be strongest. Bombi really committed to this whole idea of pushing alone and dying. Will die again.
Yeah, this is going to be the 7th death now from Bombi. Unfortunately, you know, we're very keen to well, not even to try and excuse, but to find reasons why supports are dying. These I think are just silly deaths here. These are mistakes that Bombi doesn't need to be making anymore. Specifically that one. as that is going to give more gold to catch up here from Among Diaz. Again, he's got the lane of an offlaner. He got the farm, rather, of an offlaner, with actually Womi swapping positions here, seemingly having really good farm for himself, as they will find a kill onto Venge for free. Supports for supports. Our Disco Goat certainly hits hard, and he is very, very fast. Going next for the Aghanim Scepter. This can't be right. It's still Lightning Storm, right? Interesting. Okay. I don't know how I feel about the Ags. I never really thought this was that good of an Aghanim Scepter, and he's sure going to have a crap ton of damage, but this is a hero that has decent armor, but not against a Slardar, not against a Venge. This is a mistake, I think.
No, may I explain why this is such a good item?
Okay.
It's because, wait, actually, I think we're seeing a team fight here. Mangaya, no, can get away.
With swap, only level
Mars.
1.
They're just trying to keep their
A
distance for
Rupture?
now. Hong Hong could still be in trouble. Slaughter coming in. The Earth Spirit as well. Everyone's going for Hong Hong. Can someone give him some space? No, my Disco Goat! He's gonna fall at this rate. They start throwing lobs.
Oh,
though.
the
Nice
silence.
block by the Mars, yeah.
There's no
Helps
arena.
Hong Hong, but he's still silenced here. And the swap is brutal with the Rupture. Hong Hong cannot survive. UK will be the sacrificial lamb of this engagement for them.
Oh, that
That's
was
okay.
That was unfortunate. That BB blinked right into the path of the boulder pole, so he ends up getting silenced just long enough. And then
Wait,
AG
Mangaya
could.
though?
Oh yeah, he might be dead.
They go in with the infest. Yeah, this bomb. This time the block was good. Put him in place. And then they put him against the wall. And killed him. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
there
sorry
you go.
about the
Nice
Axe
recovery.
quickly before they fight again. The reason why it's really good this game is that you have two heroes, which is Slardar and Bloodseeker, who are going to chase you. Literally, their biggest assets is their movement speed. And let's not forget, Lightning Storm actually slows you down, even if it's for a very small amount of time. Actually, 1 second slow, not bad at all for 75%. And it's going to be coming out constantly on your ultimate, right? It's actually very useful, particularly just because of this game. I like this optimization because he's thinking really outside the box, but against Bloodseeker and against Slardar, obviously BKB's aside, it's going to be super useful.
I don't know. I mean, I see the point you're making there, especially against the Slardar and of course the Bloodseeker. But you
Bloodseeker
have
especially.
you have the Earth Spirit to still roll you in and kick you into position.
Well, yeah, of course, but
So-
you can't really prevent that with any items.
Well, sure you
Just
can.
cannot accept it. With what?
A BKB, a Yule
Yeah,
Scepter.
but you can get BKB afterwards, though. Because Rupture will still bother you with the BKB. Swap will still bother you with the BKB, right? So you're still at the mercy of the enemy team if you've just BKB. Whereas Lightning, another good thing about this is that it's actually good counter to Rupture because it deals a lot of extra damage. And if Bloodseeker wants to man fight you, and you just have to stay there, right? He
Yeah,
won't be
okay.
able to.
I guess I can see it. I guess I can see it.
I like it. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be the best item ever. I'm not, vouching for him that much, but I'm saying I can see his logic, and I think it's pretty good. I like when people just try out new things, right? I think if you're trying out new things and I can see the reasoning behind it, as someone as dumb as me, clearly the item is not that bad.
Yeah, I don't think my issue with the item is that it's bad. I don't know if there's. I can't help but feel there's a better item for him in this game. But he's committed. He's now about the point booster, so it's either that or a Scotty, I guess.
Nah, it's 100% the Axe. He's committed. He also bought one of the items. I think it's so he's fine. He's happy. He wants this build. And they're doing well. They're stabilizing. Lifestealer is actually... Ooh. Drew, he's gone for a Manta-style build. Interesting. As a way to deal with the plethora of silences and minus armor on Army Jesus' team. Even the Magnetite. Kind of nice, actually. Takes one page out of Miracle's book. He used to build Lifestealer all the time like this.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Miracle builds every hero. It's like, okay, can I build a Radiance on this hero? No, Miracle, you're not playing Nagasari. But I want to build Radiance and Manta, and he just does it. He commits to it. I've seen him build Radiance Manta on Lifestealer, on back when it was not meta, on Bloodseeker. I've seen him build Radiance Manta on a Marana one game. I was like, okay, at this point.
Well, he's anything but consistent, right? So that's good.
He
Or
did
he's-
invent that build on a Nagasari, right? So he's just living those heydays till the day he dies.
Arrow there, Among dies. Got the Veil Discord now, the Blade Mail. So he's going to be dishing back a fair amount of damage here to the Lesh himself, as they might make a jump onto him with the Haste Rune. We have the Yule Scepter. That should be an easy setup here for the Split Earth. No, they're going to back off. Not even the arrow catching, as the arrow rather finds a creep who was rushing into battle. So eager.
Oh, in case, by the way, in case people don't see this axe very often, which we were discussing about, the Leshrac axe, it actually, lightning storms are 1.5 seconds to a random target that is being pulsed over.
Yep.
That's what it does, because it is a very uncommon axe. So, yeah, we'll explain it quickly here.
It's a lot like from Moonlight or like Marana eggs, except only when Pulse Nova is activated.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, similar. DB, nice little initiate, the ball edict, split earth. Oh, BKB, and Hong Hong is like, well, I did not expect this.
Oh no, they missed the stun
They
though?
clear the trees
Nice
so they
swap.
can swap him, and he's done for. Yeah, the BKB is just the canceling of the Leshrac. Yes, the ball edict still goes through, but all your other damage is nullified, and you can't really man-fight a Bloodseeker with BKB. This is the big point of inflection. I'm not gonna lie though, wasting a 10-second BKB, I mean, using, sorry, a 10-second BKB just for this kind of kill, not that big a deal, considering how valuable this item is, this one.
Yeah, but now we have the Aghanim Scepter here that should be coming and delivered to our Lesh. I think it was on the way on his courier, which is now returning to the fountain. So we'll have that up for him on his next life. But a second BKB as well is at the ready for Womi. So that's going to be another thing nullified. Well, not nullified, because that's another item, as they will now look for the Snapfire mid, but the roll was a little bit too late, so they'll sell over the tier 1 tower. Yeah, so we have 2 BKBs, and then a third on the way, or being built, rather, by Earth Spirit.
Okay, they do hit. Oh, nice. The Arena Blood. Trap the Earth Spirit, but the good counter initiation by the Lina gives Malanda a couple more seconds. A swap as well with a rolling boulder. He might be able to get away. Vengeful Spirit will die in his place, but it's okay for now as Hung Hung. He sees his mortal enemy. It's the Bloodseeker.
My goodness,
And
look at
with
the
the amplified damage, it's just too easy to kill Hung Hung. Together with Drew being the next target for these guys. Another Cross of Haze. They start spitting fire into the Bloodseeker. Bombi will sacrifice himself for his teammates, and it's going to work out. They angrily Laguna Blade him as he's the reason why the Lifestealer can get away.
Yep. Good cookie, and then they hop into the vehicle that this time is going to be the entire planet of Mars, as they will buy back? Okay, maybe they're going to prevent the Roche. Okay, that makes sense. They're preventing the Roche. I don't know, though. They're without Arena, no Moonlight Shadow, no one fast, no... I'm surprised that they're backing off, but I like this. I think this is a smart play for AG.
Yeah, you don't want to, like, some teams, I think, when they run these faster lineups, they run into the mistake that they just run at the enemy constantly, thinking, oh, we just have to make something happen all the time. But it's all about your timings, right? You already used pretty nicely this point of inflection with the BKB, or the 9-second BKB were both used to get nice kills. Good job. Now wait until your next big item, probably your MKB, and try doing this again. Unless the enemy team makes a mistake, or you can go for a counter smoke or something. Because he just used the Slaughter BKB as well to surprise him. So you don't have anything else new to reveal. Perhaps Mamang Daya's BKB will be next, and then we can fight around that with a smoke.
Yep. And nice position to be fighting as well for Slaughter. He's got so much mobility in the river, right? So he's very happy to fight there all day long.
Yeah. Oh, the rolling boulder, not catching Mars. But to try guessing.
Oh,
Earth Spirit finally finds the God of War. And what are you going to do, Mars? What are you going to do? Fight me now. You're the God of War, right? Why are you running away? Why are you running away? Mars? A little chicken. What's better? The Roman God of War of this weird disciple of blood?
I was going to say Earth Spirit there, because Earth Spirit's the one that caught him.
Yeah, but okay, fine. Yeah, he's a little Earth Spirit lover. Look at this Bloodseeker. You see how much damage he's doing?
And actually,
Respect.
if Earth Spirit is a spirit of the Earth, then if we're playing it with the... I think Mars is the Roman name, isn't it?
Yeah, Mars the Roman.
Well, I don't know what Gaia's name is, who is the Titan that is literally Earth.
Yeah, me neither.
But I guess Earth Spirit would be one of Gaia's subservience. So probably still Gaia, then, in this scenario.
Gaia in Roman. What's Gaia's? Oh, Terra. There we go.
Terra,
Which makes
yeah.
sense, yeah, because that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
that's what we call the Earth in Spanish. Tierra.
Yeah, we should have known that.
Yeah. Well, I should have. I don't know if I should.
Oh, I should have known that too, though.
The Axe is done in Hong Kong. He's going to go for Shiva's next. Oh, at this point, now I will start to argue that the BKE might be a bit more useful. I like the Shiva as like you're building a lot against the Bloodseeker, and Shiva's a good item later, but at some point you're going to need the BKB this game against the Earth Spirit. Because otherwise he's a bit too annoying. He can cancel your TP a bit too easily.
Yeah, that's true. We're going to have at least a Lotus Orb planned here for the Mirana, but not really a whole lot of farm that she's getting here. 54 CS, which are going to be mostly onto the big creep. 5 kills as well. So Jokum definitely, you know, he's got some decent money. Full Arcane Boots as well as the Spirit Vessel, so not too bad, but Lotus is quite an expensive item, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah, certainly. It's going to take a while for him. I mean, he's actually not that far off. I like the item a lot, Lotus on Mars. I don't think Mars really needs more items unless you're transitioning into
doing
a hero,
Roche?
so Lotus is
Really?
good. Okay, kill on the Venge, but if you lose Hung Hung in the process, not really worth it. He walks out of the arena using that protection.
Good cookie.
And beautiful cookie stopping the Earth Spit. Now Yule Scepter giving him more time, but Womi's committed to the skill. So is the Earth Spit, and they destroy Hung Hung a third time. Bambi, he starts spitting fire, but it's immediately silenced. but Bloodseeker's running around, not really knowing what to hit. His BKB's about to expire, and Lifestealer's ready to fight here with an open wounds ready, just barely out of range as Me as he uses that river to slither away to safety.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's kind of what I mean. Like, he gets, I see the use of the item, and first of all, the Arena of Blood was really, really nicely placed to actually block them. Good cookie, but then once the BKBs come out and he gets kicked right into the waiting arms of enemy heroes, it's like, ooh, ouch. It feels like maybe if that 4,200 gold was invested in something else, I don't know. It's a really cool idea, though. I hope it does work, because I think it's awesome. Like, the way you explained it. Because you're totally right, it does counter them, but not in the river and not when they have BKBs.
And I still think that a BKB might be a good consideration regardless, right? Also, you also can't play this aggressive. I don't know. The Shivas is not bad. The Shivas will also slow down the Bloodseeker very similarly, and will reduce the healing of the Thirst, which is nice. So, little extra bonus there.
It will. As long as he's caught there by the active Lotus Orb. Okay, so the Lotus on Mars will be coming a lot quicker, so that is going to be really, really nice. So now we'll have two. That will do him some good. Looking for the Basher next here for Drew, who's still farming quite nicely, but now will be overtaken in terms of net worth by our Bloodseeker, who, like you said, is going for that Ayascati.
Ooh, I like the Ayascati for Bloodseeker. Great way to trade with a Lifestealer because you can help to kite him. I mean, Bloodseeker is the only melee hero that kites other melee heroes, right? Because of his thirst.
Oh, they're going to look for Mars again, but this time they will scout him on the ward. Can they reach him in time? Looking for the TP. Mangdaya, there's the vision. Had the rolling boulder ready, but it's going to be a little bit too late there.
No. For now, the game is slowing down because 496 kind of wants it to, but also Army Geniuses, they need to hit the next peak, which is the Scotty. So they don't really want to fight, and 496 is using this time to effectively recover. If Drew can get his Basher around the same time as the Scotty comes out on Bloodseeker, they'll be quite even, to be honest.
And Marana actually picking up the plate now first is going to be huge for her, as we have mostly physical damage coming out, with the exception of Rupture, which is pure, and not like you can buy anything to stop that anyway. So that's going to be really, really nice for her. That bonus armor should help keep her alive a little bit longer in these fights. But the Vladimir's, the offering on bench is so good. One of the best items you can get on her. Mangdaya really looking to force out all these leap charges, but the Kitty Cat is going to be just a little bit too mobile for the Rock. They will smoke up right underneath the ward, however, so if they're going to try Feroz, they are well within vision here. Plenty of pings like crazy here for both sides, as the UK smoke will break, and it looks like 496 could have mounted a really mean attack here into the Roche pit.
Yeah, but the Lifestealer illusions protect them, so they know they're broaching, and they do have really good team fight on 496. It's kind of scary. The Mars could walk in just with an Arena of Blood. They do have the Mortimer's Kisses ready. Snapfire, you're a bit too close though. They could punish her. But instead, they're going for Mars. There's not going to be any Arena at this rate. Mars is just going to die. They can't protect him in time. Hung Hung is forced to TP immediately. TP is also cancelled. Hung, he's gaining some time with a Yosef. He's dealing a lot of damage thanks to the Eggs. But even then, the Bloodseeker just activates BKB, and Hung is done for. This poor man will fall on the back lines. And they're looking for more as Slardar slithering in, hoping to kill Bombi. So much damage. And LYM seems to be exclusively saving that Laguna for supports. But they get another kill yet there.
Yeah, and a big kill. Once again, though, Drew is able to escape thanks to a vehicle being there. So he is able to escape, but a bad fight overall there. As AG, they kind of split that one up. It all starts by not getting the Arena off, and from there, there's just no lockdown from Mangdaya, no lockdown for DB, and Roche should drop here as Jokum still actually has the Lifestealer within him. This could be a kill, at least on a Mangdaya. There's going to be no swap in time to save him, but Jokum will be left behind as fresh meat. Oh, DB is so fast. They're going to continue chasing Womi in the river with the haste rune. Can they get a stun onto him? No, actually, there's no Blink Dagger on the Slardar.
Lifestealer still walking in. He has a haste rune. Rage immediately. Yes, with the Lotus Orb as well. Where's the help? Bloodseeker can't really do much to him. Slardar's concentrating on Mars instead. They're going to concentrate on that BB, who will be stunned to death. Yeah, Rupture just for good measure. Oh, wait.
Oh,
he Ruptured the Lifestealer, actually.
yeah, he did. So he's
Okay,
going to...
so you just wanted to keep the Lifestealer away, but that means that BB will actually manage to survive. Oh, she Lagunas herself. She has no fear.
We have a BKB for him.
Oh, Hung though, could be in trouble. Nice Light Strike Array, guaranteeing the skill though.
Yeah.
That's what a true support does. You know, you die for those 2 kills.
Well, not only that, but Vengeful Spirit, you know, it's a UK rather, just actually still walking around because the Vlad's offering is so big for them, right? Because now with the Vlad's active, or the Aura rather, because there's no active, they have, even with the Ags, they don't mind fighting through that Lesh. There's not a chance.
Yeah. I like that. And you know what I also love is that because the Vlads the component of the damage usually is kind of useless, right? But Bloodseeker only went for stats this game, which means his base damage is much higher.
Yeah.
Which means Vlad's is actually going to add a fair amount. He has a really good agility stack in as well for being, you know, a tanky agility hero. So I really like this pickup by the bench for Spirit.
Bombi's dead again mid lane here. It's going to go invis, but it's not going to buy him that much time, unfortunately. Just slowed to a crawl here as Mortimer, look at him trying to get away. Oh no, he sticks out his tongue. X's in the eyes, RIP. Just what a cutie even when he's dead, huh?
No, but they're going to find the Slaughter though. And yeah, he doesn't look as cute when he dies. He just looks like an ugly fish constantly. Using the BKB. He doesn't want to die.
Oh,
He's
the
offended by
bash.
this comment. He slithers himself away. Hong Dai doesn't have his own BKB, but it's
a
the Blade
rupture?
Mill though, which forces the Lifestealer to stop. They did rupture the Lifestealer.
there's
He's
no
been
one fast.
silenced. He's trying to hold his ground, and he does, but DB does not seem to care. He just walks up towards him, starts a BKB, and DB was just taunting a bunch of spells here as he walks away. There are the Mortimer's Kisses. DB helping the support, realizing he just condemned him to die. Goodbye, UK. It's okay. It's just your position 5. And they're going to make it out for now as Slaughter taking a weird route. Here comes the Mars, but the Spider Legs not quite fast enough. Womi! No,
they
that
just catch
TP
him.
was a bit late. They do not hit the arrow, but does not matter as Womi will get flattened and destroyed.
Yeah. All right. I mean, you did buy back there on your position 5, but the kill onto the offlaner definitely makes it worth it there. Nicely done. Surprised they didn't decide to go for more, but again, I think this is just AG deciding to play it safe. They've lost bigger leads than what they have now, which is only a measly 1k net worth lead here. It's still a lot more even. For some reason, all the fights have been going for AG, except for this last one. So it's nice to see 496 finally get a little bit of a team fight win under the belts, even if they do need to buy back for it.
For now, I'm kind of surprised at how good the longevity of the Bloodseeker is going to make him. He's still been pretty useful. I mean, I guess because you're up against a Lifestealer, which is good
Yeah.
hero late game, but definitely not as good as Ace.
Oh no, Hung, not again.
There's no rupture this time, though. I think he can actually just blast this. Look, UK is just dying to the Pulse Nova, and he can't get away to the Lightning Storm. That Ag's doing work. Yeah, but they're looking for the rupture play. There we go. Oh, the Lotus Orb saves him. Bloodright still hits him. Now with the spell, Rangdaya is stuck in the Arena of Blood. And Bloodseekers will just get the kill on Snapfire as LYM will also die. Bloodseekers out of here. No need to keep on fighting, and that's not the best of plays. Lashrak just tanks a bit too much now.
No, yeah, that was a big misplay by the Lina. She just needs to accept that, hey, we need this Laguna Blade onto this guy ASAP. Instead, she's like, oh, I don't wanna Laguna Blade myself. It's embarrassing. It hurts. Yeah, you just need to take it for the team there and get the kill. Because not only do you not kill him, yes, you do get a dieback, but you also end up not getting the kill on him. That's gonna be absolutely massive for them.
Yeah, I like it. 4 and 6 is recovering nicely. They're holding their ground well, and they're also punishing a lot of the extra aggression from AG, right? Which a lot of teams kind of failed to do. They felt overwhelmed by AG. In this case, 4 and 6, they stand their own. They say, we can beat them. We have good team fight. Don't falter, boys. I'm going to get Heaven's Halberd soon on Mars, which is going to be a great addition against this Bloodseeker, by the way, who's not gone for MKB, so good to save himself some damage as well. And Abyssal's been complete on this Lifestealer. Ooh, this looks scary now for Bloodseeker. Lifestealer can already man fight him quite consistently.
Yeah,
Lifestealer can already man fight him quite consistently already.
It's DB. Yeah, like you said, he can he can farm him.
Because he has already the feast, right? Anyway.
Yeah, the Scotty is so good.
The Scotty is nice to reduce the feast heal, and that's fair. But at the same time, the Basher is going to stop you from doing that too much. And the only concern, of course, I mean, Bloodseeker actually has tanked up so much. The feast is going to heal ridiculous amounts, Scotty or not, right? And you also have a secondary source of damage. We've seen how, unfortunately, the Earth Spray has kind of moved into the 3 or even 4 role. And it's actually Slaughter who's taking that mantle. I very much like that Womi went for more expensive items, like Assault Cuirass and BKB like this. Very, very well played. As a Slaughter, you really only need attack speed and a BKB, and you're really good to go for the whole game. You can man fight virtually any hero. And we've seen this because AG has run this before. They're very comfortable with playing a Slaughter in a more protagonist role this game, or in general. Okay, there's a play here with the Infest. This could be a nice bomb. We don't have Gobble Up because the Snapfire decided to go for Glimmer Cape first, but it's okay because that BB has a blink.
Oh, the wraparound? DB's gonna break it.
Oh, they find the Bloodseeker. That's huge. They use the Arena of Blood with the Infest,
Oh,
but
the swap.
swap immediately. UK
Abyssal?
sacrificing himself for his core. Bloodseeker still stunned due to the Abyssal Blade. Gonna get a secondary stun. He's forced to use the BKB. He's gonna get out for now. Laguna Blade to kill Jokam, but Hung is still behind, slowing everyone down due to the Shivas. DB can no longer survive. He's forced to use his own Abyssal Blade, and he gains himself some space, but they've just murdered your whole team. Only Womi is surviving here together with, of course, the Bloodseeker, and they're gonna be the surviving members of this fight. Not very good for Army Geniuses. The death of the Earth Spirit, even if you do kill the 2 supports, death of the Earth Spirit's a big deal, and we can see that now Bloodseeker can no longer hold his own, especially not against this Lifestealer. And I love that Drew actually even went for the Enchanted Quiver, so his initial Abyssal Blade Blink is brutal.
Yeah, and I really like this Voodoo Mask purchase here on Hung. Obviously, he wants this Octarine Core for the full spell lifesteal that it provides, but even just the Voodoo Mask first. One of the very few heroes that it's just obviously just so good for.
Yeah, for sure. The Heaven's Halberds finished now on March, so a bit more leeway as well. And we're seeing that Hung is also going for the Octarine Core, which is a really good build-up, honestly. I think he identified that this game, the BKB has some issues, particularly the swap, the rupture, the Laguna Blade actually, which goes through it, and everything Slardar does, right? So it's not like it's the safest item in the world. It's great if you get it early, but once you get it late, you realize, there are better things to do. Instead, he went for a really, really tanky build, which actually heals him up a ridiculous amount and makes Rupture less useful. And he actually went for a talent I genuinely will say this, never ever seen in a pro game, which is the Lightning Storm damage as opposed to the Diabolic Edict Explosions. I've never seen this talent. Incredible. Not actually that great compared to Diabolic Edict in terms of pushing, definitely worse in the late game, but with an Ags plus the healing of the Octarine Core, I can see why Hung decided to commit to this build. It's interesting, it's fascinating, let's see if it works out. For now, they actually brought back Drew.
Ooh.
He's going to die to the Laguna Blade, quite
Good
easy
swap.
for them. He shouldn't have been there. Dappy B as well, stuck in his own arena. Not going to help him too much as the Slardar just pummels him to death. And that's going to be 2 quick and way too easy kills, as Drew actually got cancelled because of a Lotus Orb there. His own
Yeah.
Lotus Orb, I think, was the one that forced him out. Because you actually, when you Abyssal with Lotus Orb, right, you just trying to jump to each other.
Yep.
So it actually forced him into a really precarious position. And Bloodseeker has a nice cast when with that Abyssal Blade.
Oh, they're hunting for Hung, and now they have vision of him. The team rotating over. TP away. He should be good to go here.
Yeah. I mean, he's Hung hunted, right? So he's fine. No, not even an insult for that. Huh?
I'm still letting it settle on the tongue for a bit. As I thought maybe
Let chat do the job. For
maybe
you
there was
instead.
some humor in there, but I don't know.
Womi finds Bombi, and even with a Glimmer Cape, you do nothing. The Slardar is a killing machine now. He's reached level 25,
He's got
which
the leveler
means
too.
Corrosive Haze undispellable.
So this
Huge
attack
down.
speed, is busted. He's just bashing in every single hit. 3 heroes dead without buyback as well.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, time to push his tower here. As DP, they even bought a Soul Crest among Daya, which I like. He's actually committing much more to being that kind of support role. And the Slardar being the secondary carry, that was leveler that they actually give to the Slardar, so he hits these buildings hard. And the Bloodseeker, you can even Blood Rage the Slardar if you want to, but remember that Blood Rage only gives half attack speed to allies, so it's not always that useful. Oh no, well, he's stuck, but again, it's UK, the savior. Among Daya also wanting to die, apparently. Okay. I don't know if he was just testing things, like, can I roll in? Oh, I can. Oh, I'm dead now.
Yeah.
That was a really weird play, but really well played by UK, so, you know.
All the spirits can end up actually moving through those walls. They don't give a darn about no Arena of Blood, as they will buy back now here on the bench for Spirit, as Drew making very quick work of the Roshan here. Definitely needs this second life, though, as he still does not have buyback, but no one on his team having the buyback. They're really close, and now I think AG, they sense this, but Drew, they just man-fight this Rosh so quickly. YM sending in the courier, but Drew, he's going to wise up. They have actually Hung with the Aegis of Immortality, and that's going to be a dieback immediately onto Mamang Daya now as DB dropping the Rupture, standing his ground and fighting his Lash. Beautiful LSA there. Actually, beautiful. Yule to dodge the LSA as he will now. Laguna himself, but there's the Abyssal onto DB getting pushed and just bullied around, pinned to the Obelisk as he will die. Does have the buyback, will now use it. Hung out of mana here, however, but with that second life, if he comes back, he is going to be doing just as much damage as UK as well. Will end up dying back. 2 diebacks here are huge. 496 might just be able to run it down mid.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that was a big blunder by Army Geniuses. You do have an upper hand if you initiate properly, but if you're uncoordinated, it's currently 496 who holds the upper hand as an overall team. And honestly, Leshak is doing so much work. They keep trying to kill him, and he just heals back up with a Pulse Nova. Yolt is like he's playing DP pretty much.
So
right?
the Yule Scepter doesn't, so the Ags doesn't trigger unless you're on the ground. I just saw it doesn't work. It didn't work against the creep wave. It worked immediately when he landed from Yule. It's interesting.
That should, I don't know, that's a weird bug.
Maybe it was just weird timing.
I've honestly never seen this with talent either. It's just a weird thing. They're trying to push now. But unfortunately, because Lesh went for the talent he went for, he's actually not that fast at pushing, so it's all up to Drew. Like, Diabolic Edict is still decent, but at this point...
They got a leveler. They're fine.
No, they do have a leveler and Lifestealer. Why did that be? Oh, okay, that initiation with Lifestealer. Can they kill the Bloodseeker? Nice, Lifestealer ready to stop them, but the Split Earth continues the stun chain, and that's DP done. Well, they Abyssal Blade him, and now proceed to turn him into Sushi. As LYM will die in his own fountain, they will kill the Lesh. He still has the Aegis, so it's perfectly fine. And now, it's time for the throne to fall. As Army Geniuses, they're dealing with the Leshak. He's being a bit too annoying. They're going to get the final kill on the Slardar. There's nobody else alive. Earthspirit's coming back in 7 seconds, but he doesn't want to fight. It's going to be the GG, and the game will go for 496, making this a 2-0 victory over Army Geniuses.
Yeah, very well played. They ended up there with, we ended up with starting the day here with 2 ties. Well, actually, it went from tie win here. So very well played to 496 Gaming, who are going to be able to take the victory here. As we'll just take a look at some statistics very quickly here on our end. So we'll take a look here. 496. I think, unfortunately, I don't know if it was all going to be that Leshrac, but they did eventually get a lot of work done here on that Lesh. Just so much hero damage, structure damage, as well as Drew just doing a whole lot on top of that. So it was a very, very well-played effort there. But in the end, it wasn't really all that close either now, was it?
Swap one final time. Hello, welcome. This is our panel. So, for those of you guys that don't know, this is actually our last day casting the Great Summit 13, Monster Energy Summit 13 online, SCA region particularly. Last day we'll be getting to drink Monster on stream. Thank you guys. Thank you for.
Now I have to drink it off of stream. That's not as fun.
That's not as fun. People don't get to chug in front of you. Anyway. Thank you guys for joining us for these past few days. If you actually just joined today, well, thank you for just watching us for the last 2 casts. If you've joined for the past 5 days, thank you very much because it was a great opportunity for us. And of course, thank you to Beyond the Summit for having us on the stream and for Monster for creating this tournament.
Yeah.
We actually got told, we're going to cast it like I don't know, 3-4 days beforehand, and we quickly prepared a studio in our home. It's actually where we live currently.
Yes, welcome to our humble abode.
Yeah, and we know that, in these times of online tournaments, it's kind of difficult, right? Because you can't really make lands, you don't get the studio productions as often. It's really, really difficult to make them without feeling unsafe. And we thought, we want to bring some of the great couch casts from the summit back, right? Try to create a simple production for you guys, and we hope you enjoyed it. We hope it was to your liking. We hope the casting was also to your liking. And we hope that you could notice some of the effort we put in, because this actually took us a really long time to set up.
It did. It did.
Yes, it did.
It's not as easy as just putting your couch in front of a camera. It takes a little bit more work than that sometimes. But hey, it was some great Dota, and make sure you guys stay tuned as well to the rest of the tournament, as you're going to have some fantastic casters taking over for us in our steed and bringing you much more great action here. NA is going to start up in 9 hours. SCA is going to continue until just about, I think, the first few days in November, so that it's going to get really, really hype. Lots of beautiful storylines building up, so make sure you guys keep tuning in and watching those.
We just from SeekNStrike and myself, we just love Dota. This game is our absolute passion, and that's why we work so hard for it, even without getting any because we don't get any monetary compensation for using this, by the way. This is just out of love to you guys. So thank you very much for joining us in our odyssey as we try to watch some of the best teams in SCA that we love so much. It's been a pleasure. I think for the last time we get to put the name tags here. My name is Mr. Travel Plus. I'm here joined by SeekNStrike Dota. Feel free if you want to check us out in the future. Mr. Avo Plus on Twitter, SeekNStrike Dota on Twitter, just write them down. And I'll also put some links in the chat.
Check out my blog.
Check out his.
I don't have a blog,
doesn't
but
have a
anyway, it'd be
blog.
cool. It'd
All
be
he
cool
does is
if I
play
did.
Dota all day and cast Dota. There's nothing
That's
else he does.
true. But I think that's about it, right? That'll do it. So.
Yes.
On behalf of Avo and myself, thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you've enjoyed the Pandas and the cast, and make sure you guys keep watching the rest of the Monster Energy Dota Summit 13 SEA Division. NA is live in 9 hours, guys, so make sure you are watching and tuning in for that. But for now, that's going to be it for us over here from KL. We'll have to catch you on the next cast. See you
next time.